So these are the 5 big questions that we're asking here on India Today. Is this the Congress's renewed signal that Rahul Gandhi is the face of the party? You know, you can have other people, you can have elections, but, you know, Rahul is boss, baki sab bakwas. That's the big signal here with this show of strength around Rahul Gandhi. Question number 2, does this mean that the presidential polls, quote-unquote, of the Congress party that are scheduled for August are meaningless, completely meaningless, because Rahul Gandhi is the boss? Will the public, will the Indian public, which has rejected Rahul Gandhi at least twice before, buy the idea of Rahul Gandhi as some kind of a victim? Not a loaded question. It's a serious question because, after all, political parties are supposed to win elections. Number 4, are these all just optics, or can this huge show of strength really galvanize and energize a bruised Congress cadre across the country? They've been looking for some inspiration. Could this be a tipping point? And finally, is due process being used here against Rahul Gandhi, or is he being specifically targeted by vendetta politics? That's a question that will be endlessly debated. Whenever state machinery is used, this question comes into the play, and it is a legitimate one. Now I want to show you the defining images of today, because a lot of planning has gone into today's big dharna in favor of Rahul Gandhi. He's still inside. But let me show you the big defining images. The Gandhi siblings were all smiles as they marched towards the Enforcement Directorate office for the grilling in the Herald case earlier today. This became the first big defining image of the day on what continues to be a simmering story in VVIP Delhi. The second big defining image of the day, Congress netas detained while staging their Satyagraha march against the Enforcement Directorate summons to the Gandhis. Sweat was flowing, shirts were fully torn, angry fists were shaken, people were bundled into buses. These were the second big viral images of the day from the dharna. Meanwhile, Priyanka Gandhi also grabbed the spotlight in defining image number 3. She met detained Congress netas at the Tughlaq Road police station right after their detention over protests. She spent some time there with them. These images have been widely circulated and are now viral. Defining image number 3 from the Congress dharna. Meanwhile, defining image number 4 from the dharna. On camera, Congress leader B.V. Srinivas was seen to be running away from detention in a video clip that was made viral by the BJP. He was mocked widely for this, but it was later understood that he was running away from the police, but towards the protest site. He even spoke to India Today and clarified this. Defining image number 5, in Bengaluru, the Congress protest brought the city to a standstill. As top Karnataka Congress netas marched to the Enforcement Directorate office in the city, there were massive traffic jams reported. Ambulances in at least one area were stuck. These were the scenes in Bengaluru. The Congress, remember, has tried its best to make this an all-India affair and not just restricted to the national capital of the country.